Well, Joe Biden said it himself. If you don't vote for him, then you're not black.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it's like, Harris, what'd she do? Sucked a dick to get to her job, and then
she sucked a bunch of dicks to get to where she's at.
And then literally laughs about locking people up and denying them like parole for smoking pot when she herself laughs about smoking pot. Literally has a negative effect, measurable negative effect, and Joe Biden wrote those crime bills. Has a literal measurable negative effect, and yet Trump actually passed laws that got a lot of those people out. Got a lot of not innocent, but guilty black guys that shouldn't have been in for as long as they were for crimes that were nothing. So you have one person who's not even black, Jamaican and Indian and white, who's barely like African origin at all, and has a real negative effect in her policies to lock black people up and hurt them. And one guy who's too much of a narcissist to give a shit about race. He cares about himself. So that means he can't be racist. Because everyone that's not him is the same. And who has actual measurable effects on helping black people. He's the bad guy? Because he called you black? It's the Black Journalist Conference. You're calling yourself that. Mm-hmm. What are you talking about? He said black. He said black. That's what you call yourselves. You fucking retards.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my favorite jokes that you ever told me, I don't know if you ever said this one on set, but essentially the punchline was that we're running out of things to call black people. You know, because black is offensive now, African Americans offensive. Like, everything is just becoming offensive. There's, like, nothing that you can call them. But, like, in my mind, it's like, well, we call white people, so why the fuck would it be offensive to call a black person? Especially because in America, just because you're black doesn't mean your ancestors were from Africa. So why would we call all black people in America African Americans? That doesn't make any fucking sense. I think black is fine.
Well, I think it does mean their ancestors came from Africa, but everybody's does. If you go back far.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna be technical, but Jamaican American, you know,
yeah. Well, the whole thing is, when we say black, we're talking about capital B, which is a subculture of America, and that is people that descended from slaves. Those are black people. That's why we capitalize the B and don't undercut. Because if we're just describing them, it'd be a lowercase b.
Yeah, but not every person here that's black is a descendant from a slave.
I know that, and those are the ones that are successful. Because if the people that come directly from Africa, not the last couple of years, but I know there was 2 years in a row from like 2017, 2018, like the Stanford valedictorians, like back-to-back years, were both from Africans. And Africans do not like black people.
Yeah, Africans,
they despise them.
Yeah. Well, Africans are way different. They're actually very conservative.
Yeah, because they're not black, capital B.
Well, it's a culture.
They're African.
Yeah, well...
They're lowercase b black, if we're just describing skin color. But these people at the Black Journalist Conference, they don't care about lowercase b black. They purposely conflate the two so that they can feel offended no matter what happens to dictate the political avenue for their masters,
the Democrats,
as dictated by their masters. Luckily, black men are totally done with that shit.
Well, a lot of them are. They're snapping out of it.
The black men are riding with Trump big time. It's crazy.
But most of the black women are going to vote for Kamala Harris probably is what.
Yeah, and again, women are they follow the pack and they want they want to be victims. It's a parasocial relationship. They want, and none of them have been through the abuse or suffering I have. None of them have been through a fraction of what I have. And yet, I don't go blaming all that. I can pinpoint certain things that led me to the way I am and some of the failures that extend there. But I don't blame that. Because, again, those choices were mine. But they want any excuse. It's the same thing with fat people trying to say obese is a slur. It's like, no. The reason you're fat is the same reason you have this mindset, is because you're looking for any excuse to justify your drug addiction, to justify the choices you've made. It can't be your fault. When if you acknowledged it was your fault, you probably would have never been this fat to begin with. Because to be that fat comes from privilege. What's so funny is they want to classify themselves as like an outgroup that are marginalized, when being fat is a physical representation of the privilege you have. It's physics. Because you have an overabundance of food, you've made yourself fat.
Well, you know what?
It's simple physics.
You know what the
if
argument...
If you eat less, then you get less.
The argument that they would use is that, you know, in poverty, you can only afford food with high caloric content, preservative side, you know, foods.
Or objectively not true. Have you ever looked at carrots, the price of carrots and lettuce?
Well, it's gone up quite a bit lately. But
it's gone up quite a bit, but so has all the salty food.
Yeah, it's all like $7 for a bag of chips, yeah.
The produce section is 1/5 the price of the fatty food section.
Yeah, I agree. But that is what they would say. That is what they would say.
Again, they say whatever they can to justify their fatness, but it's all lies. They also say it's a body type. It's not a body type. You don't have a thyroid problem. Oh, you somehow got fat by not eating an abundance of calories? We should strap you to a fucking nuclear machine and pump the energy you created out of it because you just broke physics. Oh my God. Perpetual motion machine. We invented a person can create more energy than they're consuming? Oh my God. Wow. This is insane. You revolutionized. You solved the fucking global warming. Wow, we solved global warming. A person can generate more fat than the calories they intake? Oh my God. Hook batteries up to this motherfucker. Energy is solved. Boom, woo.
Well, hold on.
Ooh.
They're also going to
fart. Where's the fucking Nobel Prize?
They're going to flatulate, and all that methane gas is going to go up, eat away the stratosphere, dude.
We'll capture it.
We'll capture the methane gas, repurpose it to fuel our vehicles.
Yeah. I mean, these people are somehow pumping out more energy as fat mass than they're intaking. That's insane. I just won the Nobel Prize. All fat people deserve the Nobel fucking Peace Prize now for inventing something that proves that all mathematics, all physics, every single shred of the foundation that we understand to be science is wrong. Woo!
Oh my God, dude.
Thank God for fat liberals. That's all energy needs. All we need to do is hook them up like fucking batteries. It doesn't make sense. They can say whatever they want, and they do. But even a fifth grader's understanding of mathematics and basic energy production in science, in the conservation of energy. I mean, who would have known? If only Newton had met a fat person, he would have thrown his fucking ideas out the window. What an idiot.